Alright, GoPro is running. I'm running. Alright. Welcome to downtown Nashville. We're going to see here. All this is experimental today, so we'll see what happens. I thought I'd let you guys check this one little piece out here real quick, because as weird as this sounds, it's not in the best part of town, obviously, but can you guys see that shot? I hope so. That's Nashville. These tracks right here, when my kids were growing up, used to love to watch trains. And if I cut this corner here in a second, you're going to see maybe right there trains that run through town, through downtown. Alright, no biggie, but thought you might find it kind of cool. We're going to head down here, which is 8th Avenue, Franklin Road. And this, from here we can go in all kinds of directions. We're going to shoot straight up to town first off. And there's that train. You can see it going over the tracks. We're coming up on a brand new roundabout that they built after they put in this new convention center. So here's the roundabout in downtown. And to my right is the brand new convention center just opened this summer. Huge place. We're going to drive right by the front of it here so you can check it out. Alright, so I'm going to try and go. I'm going to just pull over here for just a second so you guys can catch a view. Here's our new convention center. The roof line, I think, is kind of modeled after guitar shape. It's got a green roof on top, meaning that there's grass, earth and grass up on the roof to keep it cool and to help with the drainage. And environmentally friendly. Alright, we're going to move on. I'm not much of a guide here, but we'll give it a shot. Hope you guys are seeing this. To our left, which I'll go by here in a minute, but to our left is Bridgestone Arena, which is where our professional hockey team plays. And the next building on our right is the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. I'll pull over here just so you guys can get a glimpse of it real quickly here. Hopefully we won't get in too much trouble. There's our Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. On. And in this direction we are heading towards the river. So when we get down here to the river, we'll hang a left and go up first and show you the older section of downtown. Once again, to my left, you can't see it, but there's the skimmer horn, which is where the Nashville Symphony plays, and I'll run by it here a little bit later. so you guys can get a view of it. And I hope the music is not too distracting. Maybe you can't hear it. I'm not sure. That's coming through my headset, my Bluetooth headset. They've got the street blocked down here. I don't know what was going on. I do have the right of way now, so. This is actually not first, this is second. We just went under what they call the walking bridge. These are the more historic, older buildings of downtown Nashville. And got some Harley buddies here on the side. Got First Avenue blocked off. They're having some kind of festival or something down there. Or they had one. Not really sure. So we're going to cruise real slow because I've got somebody from Ohio. And it's going very slow. Check everything out. Unfortunately, can't see what's on the left side because this is a one-way street. But this is some of the bars and restaurants that we have downtown. We'll keep on moving here. Fairly Ugly, Dick's, Melting Pot, Tattoo Parlor, Hooters, and as we're coming up, we're going to turn to the left here. This is the courthouse and the city hall. It's directly in front of me. As we turn here, I'll tell you what, let's go this way. Should have stayed where I was because we won't be able to see T-Pack Center. Got it. I'll turn on Dedrick. But that on the right, there's the Davis County Public Building and Courthouse. Turn left on Dedrick. This will take you the War Memorial Auditorium is directly ahead, which is a place where they have concerts and things. If I can take a left here, which I believe I can, this is going to be the Tennessee State Museum. Right. This is the Tennessee State Museum here on the right-hand side. We're just going to stay straight and show you another piece of downtown. It really is pretty neat little city. It's not huge, but there's a lot to see. been down here quite a while. They've kind of spruced the place up a bit. Of course, it's Sunday now, so there's not a lot of people. A lot of people are at church or still in bed. Crowds are not quite happening yet, but it won't be long before they will be. Puckett's in Nashville. Huh? That's cool. It's a nice restaurant. Let's go. Got to love the sights in downtown Nashville, I'll tell you what. On your right is the old convention center, which isn't that old, but they figured that, oh shit, I have to turn right. They got the street blocked off. Well, we'll turn right, go back up, come back down. We're gonna hit Broadway here in a minute. Bunch of rednecks laughing at me because I'm on a scooter, I guess. I don't give a damn. Yeah, this is Nashville Convention Center right here on the right. And this is the shit. Right here on the right is the oldest high school in Nashville. It's Hume Fogg. And right across the street is the Customs House. And there's actually a tunnel that goes underground between the Customs House and Hume Fogg. Hume School opened here February 26, 1855. It was a 3-story brick building. The school employed 12 teachers and served all grades. In 1874, high school classes were moved to Fogg School, built on adjoining corner lot, named for educators Alfred E. Hume and Francis B. Fogg. The schools were replaced by Hume Fogg in 1912. So this school was built in 1912. It's on the location where the original high school was. Okay, so we're going to make a right here. We're back on 8th Avenue now. We're going to take a right up here on Church and right down Church Street. Alright, so now we're heading back towards the river into downtown on Church Street. And off of Church, if they don't have it blocked off, I should be able to cut up into Printer's Alley so you can see Printer's Alley. Not that it's a historic location for a bunch of bars and strip clubs, so yeah, there's that. directly in front of me, that tall building with all the glass windows. It's a fairly brand new building. As we go further down, the LNC Tower, which was the first tallest building in Nashville, we'll be passing it. And directly straight ahead, if I could take this road right into and over the Cumberland, there's no bridge right here on this road, unfortunately, but it would take you straight into Titan Stadium. That's where the football team plays. And I apologize, I'm actually wrong about the LNC Tower. That's actually next block over. Lady, what are you waiting on? Are you turning right here or what? Thank you. Printer's Alley is straight ahead. And originally, as the name suggests, Printer's Alley was where all the print shops were. So this is actually, Printer's Alley's back the other way. I'm going to flip it around here. But here's an alley that runs in between. This is probably not one of the safer spots in Nashville at night. We're going to turn around right here. I can't enter into Printer's Alley. You used to be able to drive in there. Now they've got a do not enter sign. I guess it's strictly for walking traffic, but it's straight ahead. As I get closer, hopefully I'll be able to catch part of it anyways. I was hoping I was going to be able to. Right down that alley, straight ahead is Printer's Alley. Come back up Church Street. Let's see if you can catch what's on the right hand side of the road. And we're going to head up 5th Avenue. Which we were up already once. We're coming from the other side now. I hope you're enjoying your tour of downtown. Looks like I'm not the only one. It's twice I've seen that guy on that scooter. Pass me. Okay, there we go. What do we see next? There's a statue of Chet Atkins. Don't know if you can catch that or not. Sure are some pretty women in downtown today, I gotta say. Music City Central bus terminal. And this would be the Municipal Auditorium on the right. That was the first, see that was the first venue they had in Nashville, other than, of course, the Grand Ole Opry, for large concerts, and they're still having them here. As the sign says, on October the 5th, Tracy Lawrence will be playing here. fixing to jump on James Robertson Parkway because there's a park down here I want you to check out. Could have went straight, but I want to show you the front side of it. I'll show you why here in a second. Here. So, you can see it, but anyway, the train tracks go right through this park. Where that stone wall is all kinds of historical information about Nashville. And there's, can't see it from here, but there's a concrete map of the state of Tennessee with all the counties outlined and the county seats and all that stuff is right there in front of me. I'm going to whip it around here because hopefully you get a good shot of this. Let me go back here a little ways. That is our state capitol up there. When I get home, I'm going to try and see if I can find a scanner, or maybe take a picture of it with my phone, throw it up there. I've got a photograph, got a Civil War history book, some Civil War photos from a shot taken from there back in the Civil War. This might be cool to toss in this video. So this is Bicentennial State Park. There's another little, very small place to have concerts and stuff right through there. It's the Tennessee Bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park. Cruising through here. There's a walkway with basically time. All these stones to the right here all have dates on them, and then there's information about Tennessee. To my left, which you'll see it yet, but that is a farmer's market in downtown Nashville. I'll turn around here in just a second. You're not going to really be able to see too much of it other than the back side of it, but I'll show you that here in a second. This looks kind of neat. Like things. Kind of cool. That is, just let us open Tennessee's third proud century of statehood. Let us go forward into the undiscovered country that is our future and make it a welcome home for us all. That was Governor Don Sundquist in 1996 when they opened the park. It's Tennessee's bicentennial. that is the flea market right there on the right, and the farmer's market. Take you by one of our factories that's right down here. This is U.S. Tobacco, and this is where they make all that dip and snuff and smokeless tobacco products. Light will change for me. Yeah, going in this direction. I know what else I can show you. Hopefully. This light may never change. I may have to end up running the light. It is Sunday, there's not much traffic, and I am going for it, folks. I'm breaking the law. This is U.S. Tobacco here on the right and the left. Closed on Sundays, but I'll tell you what, when you're down here you can smell it. Let's see if we can weave our way through here. Something for you to see. This video's lasting a lot longer than I anticipated. Seems like I say that an awful lot. Oh well. We'll just make it in multiple parts if that's what it takes. This used to be the spot of where they had the coal company right here, I believe. And no one heats their houses with coal anymore, so they get away with that. You guys may have, to my right is Marathon Motor Works. Well, the old Marathon Motor Works. We'll park it right here. Let you get a peek at it. I got an interesting story about this place. It was shut down for years and years and years. They actually made cars here back in Lord, I don't know. It was a long time ago. They actually made a car here in Nashville called the Marathon. And maybe I can look it up on the internet and get a picture of it for you. But any event, when I was working for Airborne Express several years ago, I had a delivery over here because the gentleman who ended up purchasing this place had an office inside here. And I had a devil of a time trying to find anybody in here because it was all abandoned. And but I did find an open door and walked in, and I'll be damned if I didn't see a car in there that I guess it got left behind when the place shut down. There was also several wooden wheels and old paperwork, and it was very, very cool. And of course, this is years ago. I had no cell phone camera where I could take any pictures or anything. But anyway, very interesting place, full of history. For the States, I realize for Europe, it, 100 years, 200 years, a drop in the bucket for you guys. But over here, it's the beginning of time. But if you guys have ever seen, I don't know if you get it over in England or wherever, there's a program on television here in the States called American Pickers. It's on the History Channel. And this is where their Nashville office is located, and I'll drive right by it right here. It's going to be on our right. The building was made in 1881. It says the date stamp on the building. Right here, it says Marathon Automobiles from 1907 to 1914. And anyway, this is where Antique Archaeology is located, which is the people who do the show. Now, we're going to go back up the road here a piece. And these buildings are, believe it or not, are the projects. Nashville. They did a revitalization. They ripped down all the old ones and built these new ones to make them look like homes and nicer neighborhoods. And I hope the intention of people taking better care of where they're living. That's them to the right there. Hopefully, on your right, you can see a little skyline of Nashville. Hope you guys are enjoying the tour. Here's a shot. I'm going to take you through a section of town called the Gulch. This is part of Nashville that was at one time mostly older factories and the business district. And what they've done is they've put in a bunch of shops and apartments and townhomes and revitalize the area. It's directly across from the train tracks that run through downtown that I showed you earlier on a different section of the tracks. So right there, that's Nashville Electric Service. And you can't see it on the left, damn it, but on the left is a bunch of those apartments that I was telling you. Wow, the street is really bumpy. This building here on the right is where the Tennessean, quote unquote, is made. That's a newspaper here in Nashville. There was two of them, the Nashville Banner and the Tennessean. I don't think the Banner is in existence anymore, which shows you how much I do news. I'm going to stop here and show you get a picture of the gulch. And I'm underneath a rail bridge. Actually, this is a street bridge, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a street bridge. Anyway, like I said, I'm a lousy guide. Anyway, this area right here immediately in front of us is called the Gulch. Right there to the right is a place called the Turnip Truck. It's a health food store / restaurant. And a lot of the scooter people that I hang out with hang out there. We meet up there for rides. Although I haven't been riding this summer much because of all the rain. Doing a little U here so you can see the other side of the gulch. I thought I'd come in here because this is another spot where I used to take my kids to watch the trains. For those of you that are train enthusiasts, I know there's a couple of you. This is the same tracks that I was on further down the road there. CSX. Some of the engines there. Alright. turn this around. Keep that train track in mind, because that, if you can see that building with the clock on it there, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. That's the Union Station Hotel now, but at one time that was where everybody would go to catch their trains. And, so we're gonna head up to the main drag here. We'll ride by Union Station so we can take that. As you can see, there's still plenty of construction going on there. What we're getting ready to do now is go down Broad. So if you've hung in there this long, you deserve a shot of Broad. Can't have a tour in Nashville without going down Broad. Come on. Oh, there's a bunch of bikers. All right, to your right is the Union Station Hotel, which is where we used to catch our trains at. And then right beside it used to be the downtown post office. It's now the Center for the Visual Arts. It's the Frisk Center. Alright, so now we're gonna... This is a federal U.S. courthouse building. Estes Kefauver Federal Building on the right. Church up here to the right. I believe it's the Methodist Church. Oh, what am I? Yeah, well, Methodist Church, but the Customs House is before the Methodist Church. Which I already told you about the Customs House. This is the one that has the tunnel that goes underneath Broadway. They've closed off the tunnel. Not accessible to anybody now, but it exists. Seen it. So on your right, you got, oh, it's a First Baptist Church now. Okay. Maybe it always was. I don't know. Bridgestone Arena. This is where the Nashville Predators play their hockey, and another venue for music. And now we're right after it is historic Broadway, downtown Nashville. And I'll go down on the right side, because Tootsie's is actually on the left side. We've already... Okay. The District is what it's called. Basically, full of restaurants, record shops, clothing stores, and bars. ride down as far as we can get down here. We'll turn around and come back up the other side so you can catch it too. People sitting on the sidewalks playing guitars. Gonna turn up here. And they're gonna turn around. Head back up Broad on the opposite side. You guys can get a peek of downtown. I hope you guys noticed that. I don't know if you saw him or not. The dude that's all painted up in silver. I mean, totally. It's crazy. Alright, and the world famous Tootsie's Orchid Lounge is coming up here on your right beside the second fiddle. Right there she is. And as we turn right here, we are going to go past the Ryman Auditorium. The Grand Ole Opry. Right here on the right. That is the Grand Ole Opry. So I'm breaking a little law here by running in here, but I just want to show you this. I guess they can arrest me if they want to. This is the Ryman Auditorium here on the right. And this is the main entrance way here. Alright, now you can say you've been to the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. How about that? Alright, now I'll take you over to Titan Stadium. That's Merchant's Restaurant and Grill there on the right hand side. That used to be an old drugstore apparently. The date on it says 1892. Anywhere because of the people. Up Broad again. Now we're going to go up second because they got first shut down. We've already been on second. I'm not going to go real slow through here unless I have to. Alright. They just put together two versions of this. One with me yapping my brains off. And one that's sped up. Fast forward through Nashville. If you want to see a quick 2-minute version of it, might be fun. Now we're going to go over the Cumberland River, and I will show you, this is the Woodland Street Police Memorial Bridge. I'm going to go over Woodland Street Bridge, and to the right is the Titans Stadium. Got a bunch of bicyclists, well not a bunch, 3 bicyclists in front of me, so I'm going kind of slow. We'll turn here so you get a good view of it. And I had a game here last night. Where was it? Was a practice game. But we beat the Atlanta Falcons in here last night. Anyway, here's the Titans Stadium. LP Field. This place was rocking last night. Well, I think that pretty much sums up my tour of Nashville. We're going to go over Korean Veterans Memorial Bridge and then head back home. So I'll probably just leave the camera running until it dies if it's not already dead. I'm not sure. Can't tell if she's running or not. Hope we got all this. It's still running, by golly. we'll just run this stuff as long as she'll go. When she dies, she dies. Hope you enjoyed it. You turning left? I'll go out wide. Okay. It's a good day for a ride, isn't it? We'll throw it in here. This is one of the oldest cemeteries in Nashville, coming up here on the right hand side. A lot of historical Nashville figures are buried there. And there's another place I want to show you, but the video is so long now. I'll take you there another time. It's really something I'm going to have to not do on the bike because you can't ride the bike up there. But there's the Fort Nash, not Fort Nashboro. There's a, I don't even know the name of the damn fort. Fort Negley, I think it was. It's on top of a mountain over here that overlooks Nashville. Not a mountain, a hill. And the largest Civil War inland fort in the United States. And in case you're wondering, we're riding down Nolensville Road. Well, it's 4th Avenue, it turns into Nolensville Road. Going out of town, going south, towards my neck of the woods. to the right is the old Nashville Fairgrounds. Where there used to be NASCAR racing, believe it or not, on that track years ago. Hope the audio's turned out better this go around. Where I screwed up on the last videos, I mounted it down low, which I knew better. And did it anyway. God reason knows why. So this time I put it up towards my right eye and my forehead. I think it's doing a better job up there. Hopefully there's not as much wind noise. I know what I can do if this thing is still running. You guys seen a video of a Vespa on the highway yet? We're gonna go on the highway. So if my camera stays on and lasts long enough, we'll give that a shot. Might be fun. Might be interesting. Might be able to hear all the wind buffeting that I get on this thing when I'm doing 70 miles an hour. It's a little bit windy today too, so I have that to deal with.